Hi guys, welcome back from the winter break. This week is week 16. It is our bluey themed week and our focus is moving sideways. So we're here at circuit 1. I don't have a demonstrator, so I'll do my best to show you guys with just words. But over on these two first stations, we're doing cartwheels. So this very first station, we're doing a lunge on the box, hands down, and they're just jumping their feet onto the floor. It could be more round off like, not a big deal, but just jumping over sideways. This one, they are doing a lunge again, hands go down. They can either jump their feet onto the box and off, or they can jump their feet all the way around into a cartwheel. Then over here, this is a fun little straddle on or squat on station where they're gonna stand on the mat, hands go on the middle. You can even teach them to use these sides for their straddle on and fall to their bum. It's a double mat right here, so it should be cushy. Or they can do just a squat on and fall to their back. But just trying to get them to balance on the bar, whether it be in a straddle or a squat. Then over here we have two options. They're gonna climb up onto the bar. They're gonna lay their back against here, and they can do monkey walks in kind of like a layout position or an incline. Or they can do leg lifts. So you can give them like a certain amount of leg lifts. Oh, you're 5 years old? Let's do 5 leg lifts. And that is it for that station. Over on this bar, we're doing front support walks. So they're gonna go on a front support with their belly on the bar, shuffle their hands and belly sideways so that their feet are hovering above the crack and get to the other side of the box. Over on this station, we are doing bear walks forwards, all the way down. The two cheeses, if you can add a front roll and have them stand. If not, just have them do bear walks all the way down. And then over on this station, their hands are gonna go on the Bosu in the middle. They're gonna balance in a front support by walking their feet from object to object. And that is it for circuit 1. All right, guys, we're at circuit 2. So over here on this purple beam, I would just have them start in a star shape facing sideways, and you can have them either shuffle their feet all the way down, or they can cross their feet over in the front, and if they're super good about it, then have them cross over in the back. Over here we have a bit of a propped up P-bar situation. So they're gonna start over here, reach their hands as far forward they can, and they're gonna kind of jump into their tuck swing and try and jump over the stick in the middle. If they can hold their tuck, swing a bit, and then reach over to the other side or reach their feet over. Depends on what they can do, but the most important thing there is just holding that support on their hands. Over on this beam, we're going sideways again, but we're stepping over all of our bridges. Then you can have them jump backwards into our donut. Over here we have our spotting station, so the kids are gonna sit at the top of the mushroom, lay backwards, their hands are gonna go onto the floor, and you're gonna sandwich their tummy in their back and help them and spot them through a back roll into a front support shape. Then finally over here, we're jumping sideways, so you can see their feet are on the outside of the hoop. They're gonna jump their feet inside, all the way out, all the way inside, through all the hoops. And that is it for circuit 2. All right, guys, we're at circuit 3. So over here at station 1, they're gonna start doing bear walks all the way down these red blocks. They do get farther apart, so it will get harder, all the way down until they reach the cheese. Then on the cheese, they're gonna do a straddle front roll, landing in a straddle sit. After that, we go to the bars and the rings. So over here, they're gonna reach on this side of the bar. They're gonna pull their chin up and walk their feet from circle to circle. Then on the rings, we can just do tuck hold, or if they're getting good at inverted hold, anything like that, they can do straddle hold, pike hold, L hold, anything like that. On this station, there's two options of what you can do. You can keep the bar in, and they're gonna put their hands on the bar, feet up on the wall, in a front support or in a full handstand, depends on their ability, and they're gonna walk sideways. If that is too hard for your group, then have them do just a handstand, put their nose against the wall or as close as they can get. If they can walk, that's great. If not, have them climb down, do another handstand, and maybe help them roll out. Because most of the time you guys are spotting here. So we can always put a mat here or something here, and they can do handstand front roll out. On these next two stations, they're on the beat board. They're gonna do a couple jumps or donkey kicks, jump sideways, cartwheel into the donut. Then the same thing on this one, jump up, jump into the donut again in that cartwheel shape. Finally, on this station, we're in a front support where our hands are inside the ladder, feet are on the red block, and they're gonna front support walk sideways. Every time they reach a cone, they're gonna go into a tall pike stand. So their hands are gonna come on the inside of the block, and their bum's gonna come up in the air. So they're in that pike handstand, walk sideways, climb back out, go back to pike handstand, and so on. And that is it for circuit 3. All right, guys, finally we're at circuit 4. We're gonna play the card game, or a variation of the card game, where the kiddos are split into 2 teams. They're given a card, they race to the other end to their respective sides, and whoever does the position or the locomotion first wins. So that is the card game. We're gonna change it up by, you're gonna give them a locomotion to do on the way there. That's why there's sliders here. So you could give them a variety of locomotions with the sliders, such as sitting on the slider and pulling with their feet. They can do that forwards or backwards. You can do hands on the slider, front support pushes all the way there. They can do feet on the slider, front support pushes all the way there. There's so many options you can do with that. You can have them put one foot on and kind of skate all the way there. And if you don't use the slider every turn, you can have them do marches, bunny hops, backwards bunny hops, skipping, chassés. There's so many locomotions to have them do all the way there. Then once they get there, you're gonna give them a position. And it's not really a contest. We won't do it contest-like, but then you'll just give them a position or a skill. You can give them a front roll, a cartwheel, a handstand, anything like that. And then they'll just keep going in that kind of game style. It's just a good intro and refresher back into what our locomotions are and what some of our skills and the names of them are, especially when we're coming back from winter break. And it's a good opportunity to teach any new friends who might be joining your class all of your positions and skills and locomotions. And that's it.